Hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions video. I'm Earth Twister, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my limited environment draft tournament deck build for this week. This week we're actually taking on Taskmaster in expert mode, and we're using our limited environments to do so. Taskmaster is a pretty tough villain to face in expert mode, and it was quite a challenge. So I've done some practice games already. I've refined the deck a little bit, and here it is. So right here on the side of my screen, if I can figure out how to point, there it is. We have got Cyclops. I'm running him in leadership, of course, because I can't figure out how to play him any other way. And let me just adjust my microphone here. Of course, for this deck, I've got 10 X-Men allies that are all within my limited environment. I'm actually really excited about how they all worked out. I got Angel. He's going to be a pretty good one to get in pretty easily, pretty cheap. Beast, of course, is going to help us get resources when he comes in. Colossus may help us defend. If we're able to get him in, he can be kind of pricey, though he does get his cost reduced if you have the X-Men trait. Gambit is going to be a big help. He actually was a reason I won the game that I practiced, especially since he can capture a 3 boost icon card. That can be really helpful. Phoenix, of course, has to be in the deck, but she can be really helpful with her summoning of a Cyclops card to my hand. Professor X is always going to be there, ready for a Confuse or to ready my X-Men. Psylocke is great for another Confuse. Also, she can do a bit of damage, but she also has a pretty good thwart stat for an ally. Though she is a 4-costed ally, it can be kind of hard to get her in if I'm not pulling her in with a call for backup or something like that. So it's just going to depend on if I really feel like I need a Confuse or what's going to happen there. Sunfire, of course, is going to help out with removing weapon items from Taskmaster, so I'm not having to exhaust myself, which will be really great. And then Sync is there just in case I want to use a basic activation, but he may also be there for taking some damage for me. And of course, Wolverine is always great. He can deal a significant amount of damage and pierce through toughnesses if that's going to be an issue. Of course, we have Cyclops' main events there. Full Blast is really great for dealing a massive amount of damage and also clearing a minion with overkill, so that's going to be really solid. Ricochet Beam is perfect for taking down a couple of enemies, being able to deal 3 damage maybe to the villain and then a minion that might have an upgrade attached. Tactical Brilliance is actually going to be really great for helping me manage threat and also getting me those tactic upgrades that I'm wanting to keep on the minions and the villain in order to trigger Cyclops' abilities. Of course, for resources, we do have Energy, Genius, and Strength. I did at one point have the Power of Leadership until I went through the deck and realized that I only had one target for it, which is Beast, and that's not really necessary, for Beast anyways. I did skip the player side scheme, Call for Backup. That's going to be really helpful for getting any of my 4-costed allies in, either Psylocke, Wolverine, or Beast. Beast might be a good target if I'm really needing some more resources. Wolverine is going to be a great target for if I'm going to be trying to get more damage out, and Psylocke is going to be fantastic for getting a Confuse, as I mentioned earlier. Of course, for supports, we have Avengers Mansion, Danger Room, Helicarrier, Triskelion, X-Jet, and Utopia. All of those are going to be fantastic for helping Cyclops out a lot. Avengers Mansion may not be played that much just because it is a 4-cost card, and really only benefit the main benefit is as you play it towards the beginning of the game. Later on, it may just be better as a resource. Danger Room actually did some work for me in the last game that I played, because I had Gambit, Psylocke, and Beast all come in while I was an alter ego, and they were all able to get a training upgrade put on them, which really helped them deal a lot more damage and remove more threat for me. Of course, Helicarrier is just going to help me pay for things. Triskelion is going to help me to have more allies in if I need them, but it also may end up just being a resource. X-Jet, fantastic resource generator, and Utopia, always love to play that when I have an X-Men just so I can get some extra readies, because who doesn't like readies? Upgrades, pretty significant thing here, Danger Room training. I have 3 copies of that, so anytime I get an X-Men ally in, I can either play it and attach it to them, giving them an extra attack, thwart, and health point, which helps them last longer, or I can use Danger Room to get it in for free if I'm an alter ego and it doesn't even have to be in my hand. Exploit Weakness will help me with dealing more damage, which will be really great. Field Commander, I have a hard time playing this in single player, just because I'm not spending enough time trying to build it. It's not going to be a target that I really want to play that much. It would matter maybe more in multiplayer, but to me, it's just not a target. It's not really a card that's a super big thing, because most of the time I'm knocking minions out before I need to worry about the upgrade disappearing. Of course, we have Inspired, which is also fantastic for buffing up my allies. Practice Defense helps me with taking less damage from enemies, which is going to be good on Taskmaster. And then Priority Target will help with card draw. And then Ruby Quartz Visor will help me to trigger Cyclops' ability, which I believe, yeah, it's the Optic Blast, where you spend a resource of any type to deal 3 damage to an enemy with an upgrade attached. And finally, we have X-Gene, which is really only helpful for 6 of the cards. But this is a pretty solid deck for the limited environment that I have. I really love the allies that I have. They help me keep things moving, especially if I'm able to get them in with call for backup, or if I'm able to use doubles to pay for some of them. They are also there to hopefully help take and soak damage from Taskmaster. So a lot of this is just going to depend on how it goes. Taskmaster may completely obliterate me if he moves a lot quicker than I can manage, but he may also go down pretty quickly, especially if I'm able to get a few training and inspired upgrades on our allies. So I hope you guys are going to be able to check out the games as I play them. This is going to be a lot of fun. I love being able to play these games and compete with other people. I also want to mention, feel free, don't feel free, you should do this. You should do this. You should follow along with the other people in the limited environment draft tournament. I'll make sure that they are, hopefully I will make sure that they are linked down in the description below. They're all really, really cool and all going to be making some fantastic content for this tournament, and you guys should hopefully be able to enjoy it. That's all I have to say for now, so peace and stay twisty.